pray and hope that everybody is doing well. Listen, your girl got a birthday coming up. Your girl got a birthday coming up, and I'll be rolling around the sun, giving thanks for rolling around the sun 63 years, and I'm grateful. When I look back at over my life, when I look back at what God has done for me up to this point, I am beyond what is the word? Grateful is thankful, all of those things that go along with gratitude and thankfulness. One of the things people have been asking me, what am I doing? What are you going to do? I'm sitting in the car at the park. But I had plans to go to 2 different services today. Got up, got dressed, got ready to go. And my automobile said, you ain't going nowhere. So I was debating on it anyway, but everything's in divine order. So for those of you that were expecting me this morning to visit with you, I apologize first and foremost. Then the second thing is, folks been asking me, what are you going to do for your birthday? What do you have planned? What do you have done? And so usually around my birthday, I've traditionally offered something in the realm of giving back to the community. I've had my empowerment summits. I've had where I've offered, discounts on my books. And all of this has been to generate resources for the Center of Empowerment so that we can continue the work that we're doing there. I look back, I've had the Dream, we started with Dreamcatcher International. I've had my radio broadcast, 15 Dream Big, 15 minutes of pure inspiration. Iris Inspires, Iris Talks, the Iris Inspires talk show, Fulfillment, Precious Commodity. Some of you guys who've been around with me for a while, you know that I've offered coaching and the dialogue. Remember the dialogue, y'all, where we brought men and women together to have real conversations about the topics and things that were difficult to discuss. So look back at the history of my life. When I look back, what God has granted me favor in manifesting and bringing forth and making a difference in the circle that I have influence over. It's been hundreds and thousands. And I am grateful for who I've impacted, my life, my willingness, my courageousness to impact by being transparent. Maya Angelou said, you can tell the truth, you don't have to tell everything. Tell the truth, but you don't have to tell everything. I think I got it twisted, just wording just a little bit. But the moral to the story is, I have allowed myself to be transparent in the name of an example of who and how God can heal. When we do the work, we remember, we activate in alignment. It's not about fixing, in my opinion, because I don't believe we need fixing. I believe we need to remember. We need to awaken to who we are, designated and designed from the foundation, since the foundation of time. We are the answers to our ancestors' prayers. And let me say ancestors. Our ancestors are those loved ones that we may have known, that has gone before us. For me, that would be my parents. That would be my grandparents. There's some aunts, so there's some uncles. They're ancestors now because they're in the great thereafter. And so I believe the ones that had impact in this life and positive influence in this life, we gain wisdom from their experience, so that we will pay it, so that we will move it, so that we will walk it forward. So those that are coming behind us, and that is our children and our grandchildren, our nieces and nephews, have a pattern to follow, or we're not reinventing and rewriting the wheel again. We must, it's imperative if we're going to have a global impact in our families, that we move forward. So with that, this is my ask this year for my birthday. This is my ask. My ask is that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's, slowly building up, but I would like to get to, at a bare minimum, 500 on my YouTube channel. I would love to get to 1,000. But if over the next few days we can get my YouTube channel, Iris Inspires TV, and I'll make sure I have the link in the body of the caption here. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. If you have not watched videos, or you have watched my shows and my videos and the inspirational information that we share there, we've been sharing sacred pause and what that means. As you guys know, I've been talking about breathe for some time now. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I've been doing this. And so, but we have elevated, God has granted us the opportunity to elevate the understanding of breathe and breath to sacred pause as a contemplative advocacy, a contemplative healing. And so what that means is we give ourselves opportunity to sit and rest, rest is not a reward for the work, but rest is the space we get clarity, direction, and wisdom on how to work and how to move forward and what we need to do. So sacred pause, check it out. We have six to 9 weeks that are up. It's 6 to 9 weeks. We do the session, and then we do what is called integration, or metabolizing in our system, it becoming a habit. It's in our DNA. I don't have to think about times, and you'll hear me periodically when I am talking, when I am sharing. You'll hear me do that. And I'm regulating my system. I'm slowing down myself so that I am consciously aware of right now, that I'm not hanging out in yesterday, and I'm not too far ahead into tomorrow in this moment. Okay, so that's my ask. If you could do that for me for my birthday, I greatly, greatly appreciate it. So if you're listening to this, go to Iris Inspires TV on YouTube. The link is in the comments section. Make sure that you subscribe, listen to the content, like, and also share. So this has been birthed out. Sacred Pause has been birthed from a need that I had. Okay, all of my work, whether people tell you this or not, the truth of the matter is we do what we do. This type of work, you do what you do because of experiences, personal experiences. So Sacred Pause was birthed out of a need that I had in my life. And from that need, right, from that pain, from that discomfort, from the uneasiness, from the tired of being tired, from it's time for the next level of growth. And so we go from, the scripture says we go from faith to faith, right, and glory to glory. And so what does that mean? That means that each round of revelation of who we are in this earth, it unveils, it peels back another layer of healing, how we are to move as we're maturing, embracing, right, and releasing. So please, by all means, go to that. The next thing is, if you have had my Breathe book, Breathe Original Special Edition, then we have Breathe, the first edition that came out, and we have a second edition that came out, and then we have a workbook, and we also have the audio book. Let me just say, some of you may know also that this week Amazon got a hair up their sales. And they closed for some strange reason, had shut down my accounts. All my books was not available on Amazon, and I was a little shocked by it. But they are now available on Amazon. They're all there. But the thing that is not there is the Breathe book. You'll see it as unpublished, and that's because I am discontinuing the current Breathe book. I am offering a founder's edition of Breathe. So it's an abridged version. So it's cut down, as you guys know, if you have it. The Breathe book is about 500 and some odd pages, and then the workbook that goes along with it. So it's an abridged version, right, of Breathe. It's refined, and you'll see the language has changed and transformed because of growth. That's what should happen, right? What I found in the original, it's still very, 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 very powerful. And if you have it, I recommend you keep it. I've told this to folks that have bought original books from me from the very beginning. Like It's Not You, It's Me. That's one of them books you better hold on to, because it's going to be very valuable in the future. But nevertheless, the Breathe book, what has happened is God has the Holy Spirit, my time, my growth, development has refined the journey of Breathe, what it means, what it looks like. So I have a Founders Edition that's coming out. Only 100 copies. I'm only doing 100 copies. They'll be numbered. They will have Founders Edition on it. And of course, a personal autograph. It will also be paired with the workbook, and it also will be paired with the audiobook. So it'll be 3 audio, workbook, and then the book, and it will be a Founders Edition. And you will see the cover. That's what the cover will look like on the new Breathe book. After 100 copies are sold, that's it. This is dedicated. I've been encouraged to stop giving it all away, because y'all know I'll give it away. So this series, this special edition, is $97. $97. That's it. $97 for 3 special edition projects that I have pour out my heart. You'll see it refined, the language is refined, such as getting out in the car sitting out here. So that's that. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It would be a beautiful gift to me. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Check out the content, like it, share it. And then for those of you that are able, I'm not asking you to do something you're not able, but if you've been blessed by me, if I poured into you, if you've listened to me, if you watched me, if you followed me over the years, if you attended any of my events, you know my heart. And my heart is for families. My heart is for individuals to heal. My heart is for us to know who we are. I've asked the questions. My new website will be up, by the way, too. I've asked the question. Some of those of you that know me for many years, who are you? And I'm not talking about as mother, daughter, wife, relative, business person. So that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about who are you at your core. And as I am sweating, I'm going to get on off of this now. This has been about 15 minutes I've been talking. I didn't know I was going to do all that. Anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate you and thank you. And again, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you can, please get my Founders Edition of Breathe. And there are different ways you can purchase it in terms of financing. All right. Blessings and peace, and see you next go round.